Alright, so hopefully we can nail this. What I'm going to do is tell you all the things from my perspective about what we have in the video game industry, what is going on, about missed opportunities, and how it just kind of makes me mad how the history of some things go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you an edited video of Starfield capture stuff. And I've got about 2 pages worth of freaking bullet notes. So let's nail this. So here we go. On touchdown. Okay, so one thing I kind of noticed here is that the interiors look phenomenally good. I've got some gameplay later on in the video of me playing Hellion, some space docking stuff. You'll probably see some callbacks to that. And I gotta say, this looks really good. Of course, you got the ubiquitous ladder off to the right hand side. And the HUD's not too bad either. It's pretty minimalist.
Definitely gonna be
One thing that I haven't seen anybody say anything about on the scanner overlay. Right here. Alright, so we got survey 66.6. Obviously, this is traits unknown. That's interesting. I wonder if there's actually traits for other orbital bodies. But also, we got current biome 50%. What's that mean? Is there going to be multiple different biomes on each planet? I don't know. I also think it's kind of funny we have a little indicator. I just noticed this. About 289 meters away is a structure, so that's cool. Always having a mud crab in one of their games. This is what happens when mud crabs are allowed to evolve on their own, I guess? I don't know. I just thought it was kind of funny. Oh, look at a herd of mud crabs. Horn crabs? Horseshoe crabs gone wrong? I don't know. Looks cool, though. And here we are on the next bit that I actually want to talk about. This right here, one of the things that Legacy Killer and I believe Juicehead both, they do a really good job. You should check them out. We got no battery use for shooting down items, which I thought was pretty cool. But this right here kind of reminds me exploration and mining. You know, they've got the No Man's Sky vibes, resources. You know, like I said. One thing that I do want to bring your attention to is here in the lower left hand corner where you see 7% temperature, 1% oxygen, and 0.55 gravity. This kind of reminds me, and it kind of follows in line with what Todd Howard said, is that they're approaching this with a... You shush. But they're... well, 3-year-old wants to be part of the video. But anyway, Todd Howard said that you know, they approached it with a little bit of MechWarrior vibe, and I can actually see that the way they walk, and also about ambient atmosphere and all that stuff. I don't know for those of you who played MechWarrior, but every time you get dropped into things like MechWarrior Commander way back in the day, like in the late '90s, early 2000s, there's also MechWarrior 3. That was the last one that I played a lot. It always told you what the ambient temperature was. And it was like they had low gravity, they had high gravity, and you just basically had to figure out what your outfit was. I wonder if they're gonna have that with spacesuits here, which I thought would be kind of cool. But anyway, let's press on. Again, no battery use on that cutter there. And again, you're going to see some interiors in this research lab that reminds me a lot of other games. But this here, I wonder if you could pirate a ship that's already landed. Like, go in there, kill everybody, and instead of taking their loot, just take their ship. Get like a settler that says, alright, yeah, you're certified to be a pilot on these types of animals, or ships, and then just take them. The interior looks really good. It really does. Also kind of reminds me of Cyberpunk, actually, to be honest. Gunplay sounds really good, too. That's... I wonder if we could put a suppressor on that thing. Throw a grenade. Grenade was too slow. Give them both barrels. I wonder if there's a firing mode for that stuff. But the thing is that's not an actual shotgun, which I thought was kind of funny. Digipix, it's a new mini game. Hey, cool. They're adding some stuff, I guess. I wonder if the different security locks require you to have different digi lockpicks. Now that's a level 6, and you just basically headshot them. That's weird. Okay, there's one thing that I have to say. One small step. Mission updated, one small step. That's obviously in reference to Buzz Aldrin landing on the moon back in the 1969. Oh boy. I'm probably going to get flamed in the comments, but that's fine. There's also something else that I thought was kind of funny. I didn't point it out. The number designator on the ship is actually the Wright brothers' patent for their first flyer, which I thought was pretty cool. There's a lot of historical parallels that they're doing a good job with. And that was a cool touch right there. It's a human firework. Look at that. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Let's see. I'm checking my notes here. Okay, alright. You see these? If you play Star Citizen, those armors that these guys are wearing remind me of it. I'm not calling them thieves, but I'm just saying maybe form follows function. And I'll be lying, you know. I mean, I like, you know, I'm all right. I'm 44 years old, man. I want this watch. A lot of people say we don't need a watch. We got a smartphone, but no, man. I want a watch that can unlock a door. Hell yeah, man. It's the Pip-Boy idea. Now, for a gameplay or story thing, you know, you always have to have some type of artifact you have to go out and get. Okay, you know, that's what made Lord of the Rings trilogy such a really good story. And that facial animation has been spoken to. I'd be remiss in not saying it now, which I thought was pretty cool. Now, okay, so in the last, what, 5 seconds, we saw 4 different spacesuit designs. I just thought that was kind of interesting because I wonder if different spacesuits will have different abilities. And also, on top of that, you know, we're going to touch on that later, about the whole No Man's Sky manufacturing line. I think they're going to probably have something like that in Starfield. That's just speculation on my part, and let's call it a prediction. Alright. The Collector from Marvel's Avengers. just a little bit more hair. The beachhead. Kind of gives me the Normandy feel. That looked badass. I'm sight unseen, holding off somebody, you know, stabbing and just gut shot him. And I think that this guy right here is the guy that says no one quits the Crimson Elite. So maybe it's me saying, hey, you know, the player character saying, yeah, I'm quitting. It's like, all right, you're dead. It's like, no, you brought a knife to a gunfight. Ah. Okay, all right. This right here, this reminds me of the ISS and the Mir. No, but see, we got the cargo webbing. This reminds me of the ISS. I've got the ISS in VR, and that was pretty awesome. But I like the idea that BGS is actually putting in real world. What's the word? Real world leverage. Oh, also another thing that I'm thinking about. If your weapons are ballistic and you're in 0G, I don't see you going backwards. And that is scary as hell. Most Dusties don't even make it this far. Because whatever lies at the end of this road. Okay, here. Alright, this history of space flight. Okay? We've got the lunar lander, we got the Apollo command module here, and then we got a scale version of the International Space Station here. If this was real size, we wouldn't it wouldn't fit in this thing. But this reminds me of Fallout 3's Natural History Museum, where you have the necropolis and all that stuff. I'm sure you guys remember that. They also had some type of memorial thing in Fallout 4 there in Concordia. So I just think it's kind of cool that they're adding real world history into this. And that right there looks like an old timey spacesuit, maybe? I don't know. Or a pilot's chair. I just now noticed that. So No Man's Sky again. And there's the artifact that you put together, probably in a thing. Okay, so this right here, these telomeres right here, this is actually a DNA thing, you know, DNA gel swabs. I didn't pick up on that until Juicehead actually pointed it out, and now that I see it, it looks pretty damn obvious. And it looks good, and it does. You know, you can be fat, muscular, thin, doesn't matter. I don't know about the walk style, but yeah, whatever. Okay, here we go. Okay, I want to point this out. Okay, we got Homesteader. Now, if you know anything about American history, Homesteaders are those guys that get in the Conestoga wagons and just go west. No roads, no electronics. Well, back then there was no such thing as electronics. No Wi-Fi. Man, those were a different breed of people. We got Pilgrim, Long Hauler, Professor, Ronin. These guys here aren't really covered that much, and I'm kind of interested to see if you get like a bonus for putting down outposts or something like that, or maybe Industrialist gives you perks for your supply chain. Long Hauler, maybe you have to like worry about, you know, kind of like an X4 or X3 type game system where you have to like control a fleet of actual, you know, NPCs to move your stuff around. I just, you know, the possibilities are great, and I really hope that whatever missed opportunities are going to be missed, it won't be a lot of those opportunities. We'll get I'll explain what I mean by that a little bit later. But here we are at a character selection for Fallout, which was Interplay thing in 1997. This guy here, if you chose him, you wouldn't do any speech checks like at all. None. There'd be no speech checks, whatever. This guy here, this chick, she was a thief, This is the character creation for Fallout back in 1997, and I'm putting it out here for two reasons. Number one, this is an RPG back in 1997, and here we are in 2022, and the character creation of an RPG in this day and age massively improved. So even though character creation might be meh, those of you older gamers would be like, yeah, this is way better than what we had back in the 90s. And there's your ambassador. I thought that was kind of nice. I just thought I'd interject this real quick. His endurance was fair, but his charisma was 9. I don't know if you can make it out that well, but them's the breaks. You got speech at 88%, barter at 83%, skilled and good natured. Yeah. There's the brick. But I just thought it'd be pretty cool to interject this here. Your honeyed words. And then another thing I want to point out is this terra firma thing here. You probably have a bonus for being on planets. That looks really good. And then the perk system, the skill system, perk system, I don't know what to call it. But I want to say it's got like a constellation thing from Skyrim. I like that. Okay. Alright, that looks cool. Okay, I keep on pausing it. I know. But, look. That right there showed me two things. Number one, it kind of made me think of the mod system in Fallout 4, which was all right. It was okay. I mean, it wasn't like fantastic. It wasn't like Gold Star, but it was something. But on top of that, they had like kind of the research projects and stuff. Kind of reminded me of No Man's Sky settlements, which was a really cool addition. So great for Hello Games for that. Now here. Where is it? There it is. Power 30, build limit, all that stuff. Apparently, on the heads up display, I can't see it on the fly here. There's 30 outposts. I'm thinking it's 30 different outposts. Now, if I can just kind of change it just a little bit, let me bring this up here. All right, this mamma jamma right here is the build list in No Man's Sky, right? And if you look down here, oh my god, this is there. So you got radon, nitrogen, and sulfurine. Those of you who know anything about No Man's Sky is that you need to extract materials from farming, getting stuff on extractors. But radon, nitrogen, and sulfurine, just to name these, you need to have an outpost on different planets to extract that from the atmosphere. Now, I say that, let's get rid of that, because of this. Apparently, it's all about resource gathering and then transporting those resources. And this next part has me all sorts of excited. Yeah, building spaceships. That's dope. Oh. And I hope to God that the modding community has free reign on this. This would be amazing. Mobility. Really? Those thrusters reminded me of like the ignition stuff for like Atlas rockets and space shuttle. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, hopefully that it borrows the flight profile from Elite Dangerous. Because the flight profile for the different ships and how they handle it was really, really good. But this combat looks really good. It might be a little bit sluggish, I think. And I wonder if you could actually do flight assist, like moving in one direction and then pitch and yaw and shoot behind you while you're going in the other direction. I'm really hoping that's a thing. And I hope that we can actually, you know, do an EVA and gather stuff. I like the debris in the space. This is really good. Okay, so check this out. All right, locking. Oh, there's some missile. No missiles yet. All right, here we are in Hellion. Okay, this is a game that was canceled on October 21st, 2019, and this is just gameplay of me docking different modules to make a space station. Now, in Hellion, you actually had to worry about parabolic trajectories. You had to worry about degrading orbits. There was Newtonian physics in there, okay? And you had to worry about exposure. You had to worry about exposure decompressions. That's why you see that little red dot right there, okay? If you're on the interior of that, you don't open up that door because on the other side, there's no atmosphere. This is space. So I thought I'd kind of add this and hope, you know, that if BGS misses this opportunity, the modding community picks up on that. That would be amazing. But the combat looks alright, but 23 experience for blowing up one ship? I don't know if that's worth it or not. That's a little nitpick. Right there! See that little bell curve? Einstein is alive and well, ladies and gentlemen. Although I don't see... yeah, there's a little bit right there. You'd think there'd be something bigger on the gas giant, but... this might be in an exclusion zone where you can't, like, fly too close to the sun or something. I don't know. I just think it's kind of nice if they added that. I don't know if it's going to have any gameplay stuff in it or not. Also... obviously that guy is that guy because I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moons right there. 2 moons there. Yeah. The orrery, or I don't know if I'm saying that right, but the solar model looks pretty cool actually. I'm actually thinking about, you know, cracking open, you know, Adobe Photoshop or some type of art thing and actually try to make this. Make our solar system using this. That'd be kind of neat. Anyway, moving on. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's hold it right there. Okay. All right. There's one missed opportunity that'll never happen with Todd Howard. He's got to have the buzzwords. Stop it with the buzzwords. 16 times the detail. 1,000 things to look at. No. Stop it. Stop it. Let the work speak for itself. But this looks good. It does. Night City from Cyberpunk, all that happy stuff. That's a lot of nostrils on that. That's awesome. Mars Curiosity rover. I watched The Martian. I'm hip with it. Oh, also, this is different. This is a very unique backpack. I don't know what it means, but in the last 20 seconds, I counted 4 different backpacks. So, it's probably a thing. Landscapes look good too. And it's not just a No Man's Sky treatment. Okay? It's not. I get it. Although if it played like No Man's Sky, I'd be a little bit disappointed, but I'd play it like an idiot. Starfield. There we go. Outstanding. Alright. So, having said all that, let's bring out the frickin' notes. Man, 26 minutes already. Jeez. Alright. Well, let's get it going here, okay? So, yeah. All right. Yeah, the Fallout 4 settlement stuff. It's very, the settlement is very much alike, and that's not exactly a bad thing, but it seems like they're going to have a little bit more of an AI um, focus on it. That was my perception. Um, I don't know if pickpocketing is going to be a thing in this game. I don't want to see it in this game because honestly, how are you going to pickpocket valuables when people are in spacesuits? I'm just saying. Um, I wonder if the spacesuits are upgradable or interchangeable. One of the things that Odyssey, which is a expansion, paid expansion for Elite Dangerous, they had an incredibly bad grind. It was basically a big middle finger to a lot of hardcore players for Elite Dangerous. I was one of them, but I mean, I don't have a machine that is a slouch, but I have problems playing it, so I just prefer to play Elite Dangerous on not Odyssey. But anyway, we covered that. Flip the page. Look at that. The spaceship design and building. I wonder if a player can pack up a settlement or some settlers and like straight up move a settlement. That'd be kind of neat. You know, you set up like some type of freighter thing and put things together and say, hey, all right, guys, we're packing up, we're moving out, we're decommissioning this outpost. That'd be kind of cool. Everybody get on the ship. Let's go. You know, kind of like a colony ship or an arc. It's kind of a cool idea. They're probably not going to implement it, but it might be like a DLC or even might be a mod thing. More on that later. There's also, you know, I saw that there was a lot of base stats, and I wonder if form follows function for that stuff. I mean, you know, I saw in the video, I'm sure you guys, you eagle-eyed viewers, probably saw that the maneuverability, power generation, mobility, and even cargo, all that, there's a lot of different numbers in there. Granted, I'm late to the party, but hopefully this kind of adds a little bit more stuff for it, and hopefully I get more followers. So if you haven't yet, click subscribe. I try to put out a video on YouTube once every week. Okay, enough self-plugging. I wonder if you're going to have a dedicated freighter. Now, those of you who played Fallout 4, you could actually have a dedicated settler linking your outposts. You could have a huge network of all your outposts going, right? So no matter where you were at, if you had like adhesives or, you know, corn or food at another outpost, that would be shared with all the other outposts that they were linked to. So you had like this spider web of a trade network. It was really cool. I thought it was kind of neat, and I was wondering, they might have something like that here. You know, you could probably say, hey, look, you're a settler and you're a freighter pilot. Here's a ship. I need you to ferry supplies. So in that's what I mean by X3. X3 is a game where it's a single player space game, of course, because I'm a space idiot. But we'll touch upon that later. The capacitor management is a little bit more in depth than from what people who play Elite Dangerous know. With Elite Dangerous, you've got your balanced. You got 6 pips, 6 energy allocations, and when it's balanced, you got 2 in weapons, 2 in engine, and 2 in system. But it seems to be that there's a little bit more nuance using the capacitor management in Starfield so far. You know, it's still a year out. They might simplify it, who knows, or they might keep it as is. We'll see. The locations. All the different cities remind me of both Diamond City, Las Vegas, some of the interiors from Prey, which is a phenomenal space game. That if you haven't played that yet, please do so. Neon City looks like Night City, to be honest. And the different outlooks and culture. I wonder if they're gonna have a different culture or some type of political undertone going on. That'd be kind of neat too. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah. The Crimson Fleet. I wonder if you can probably just take out a cell and then have the rest of the Crimson Fleet not like attack you on sight, or if they're all going to be attacking you on sight. The United Colony looked a lot like, you know, the Institute from Fallout 4, to be honest. Yeah, that's gone. Next. There's other video games that I played. Independence War 2, and that had a huge modding community, and they put in stuff like Babylon 5, Serenity, stuff like that. And I'm really thinking that that's what the modding community is going to do for this game. And hey, do it. And I want to see some Star Trek stuff. I want to see some Star Wars stuff. I want to see some Babylon 5, Serenity, some old school. I mean, hell, Battlestar Galactica. That would actually look to be a little bit lore friendly, although the political situation of Battlestar Galactica, maybe not. But, I mean, it kind of tickles the nerd bone. You know, the landing there, though, I don't know if it's going to have the Mass Effect treatment where you just land, or if you have to land on the terrain manually. You know, No Man's Sky got rid of that by doing a button press. You fly close to the ground and then just hit a button and it would just land where it was right. But post-launch, like I said, this is going to be about missed opportunities and predictions. The mod scene, I want to see player-owned space stations. I really do. I think that would be a great idea. I think it would be possible, maybe. Speculation, like I said. But if it is a possible thing, I can see modders, you know, making a space station a lot like player-made homes or player-owned homes in Fallout 4. You know, I want to see blueprints for spaceship models. Like I said, Babylon 5, Star Wars or Star Trek, Serenity, a bunch of those cult classics. I want to see that. I think that would be a thing. Hell, we see stuff like that in Kerbal Space Program. But the missed opportunities, there's going to be some missed attention to detail on Bethesda's part. I know it's going to happen. Hopefully they don't get too crazy and put out a overly buggy mess like they did with Fallout 76. I'm a huge Fallout fan. Obviously, I still have, you know, a copy from Fallout 1. You know, I still play that game just because I find it humorous. I want to see that humor in this game, but I don't think that's part of the Bethesda DNA. However, I want to see better work from Bethesda. I really do. I want to see better work from all AAA developers. And here's the thing that I don't think a lot of developers get. After listening to me for 34 minutes, the biggest thing I want to see is like game developers says, hey, we want to cut corners to make some money to push this out for the holidays or push it out because a new console's coming out. Don't do that, stupid. Don't do it. Don't do it because it's going to bite you in the ass. Pay attention, put out a quality product. People will love a quality product. You know, be that as it may, I can try to give credit where credit's due. EA came out with Star Wars Squadrons and Star Wars Fallen Order. Put out a quality product. Don't miss the opportunities of making the best product that you can. Because, like I say, it's better to do what's worthwhile, not what's expedient. So anyway, that's it. That's all I got. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Leave some comments down there. I want to hear your thoughts. If you want to say, hey, this video is put together like crap, this is what you can do. Hey, I'm all for it. I'm new to this game, and we're going to cut it there. You can follow me, obviously, on Twitter, here on YouTube, Twitch. I made it easy. It's all right for arguments. Or you can hit me up on Discord. It's all good. So, having said all that, I'm going to leave it there, and y'all take it easy. Yeah? Awesome. Have a good one.